Hello out there in YouTube land. Kevin here with a one puff. No. Kevin here with a box opening. And as you can see in my hand, I have no box. See, it's here in the building. But the secretary took delivery of it and she's at lunch. So I got some time to kill until I can actually open the box. So I'm making a prologue to the box opening. All right. So what's being opened today is it's a pipe. It's an estate pipe. I'm trying to block that ugly light. It's an estate pipe. It's not a Yakono like so many of my pipes are Yakonos. This is my mouth. This is my nose. The rest you can't see. All right, let's see if we can fix that. Ouch. I would have to admit to being in a bit of a silly mood today. And you know what? That happens. All right. So it's not a Yakono, as many of my box openings are. This is an Ascorti that I bought from neatpipes.com. And, you know, now Ascortis are pipes that I have quite a few of, though I've not bought one in many, many years. I mean, we're talking decades here. In the heyday of my younger pipe smoking days, I bought many. They were a staple of the tinderbox chain. I believe I'm sorry I keep fussing with this. I believe tinderbox had an exclusive deal with the Ascorti in the US, so they were the only importer. I'm not 100% sure about that after all these years, but I believe my memory is that was the case. So, you know, tinderboxes were and if you weren't around back in the heyday of tinderbox, they were ubiquitous. I mean, they were like pretty much every shopping mall of a decent size had a tinderbox, and every tinderbox had an Ascorti. So if you wanted an Ascorti, it was just a drive to the local mall. God, I miss those days. But I don't have all of my old Ascortis here. I do have a few, including this one. This is a 1990. Yes, this is a 1990 special edition Christmas pipe by Ascorti. It's actually stamped with the number 453 out of 500, which is a pretty high number, which is totally meaningless. The pipe I've had for quite a while, kind of, how do you say that? Is it, want to call it a Dublin? I guess more of a Dublin than a Calabash. But there is some little slightly Calabashy about it. We'll go with Dublin. So this is their Christmas pipe in 1990. And by the way, I'm smoking Epiphany in here, which is a blend I like, although not one that I smoke very often. Now, speaking of Christmas pipes, I think I have 3, including this one, but I only have 2 here today. The other one is an 86. This is an 89. Pretty much a bent billiard with their new deer carving and some nice coloring. Nice gold band too. If you can back up that light, maybe you can see a little bit better. Ascorti Special Edition Christmas 1989. Excuse me. 2 more Ascortis I have here. Just regular old Ascortis. No Christmases. This one is very, it's a big bowl, but it's not a big chamber, so it tends to smoke pretty quickly. Okay, to be cleaned up a bit. Matter of fact, the first pipe I ever bought that wasn't like something I bought from the drugstore or out of the basket, was an Ascorti. Don't have that one here. And one more I have. This needs a little bit of work because look, it is, well, it is amazingly loose. You probably can't tell from that. Look how easy it goes back in. Well, I mean, it would fall out. But it's, but except for this one, they're all new deers. Here, the ones that I have here are all new deers. New deers is the kind of rustication that, now when I bought my first one, the guy at Tinderbox told me that the carving represents a volcano. Maybe it does. Other people have been like, no, it's a variation on the candle, the Italian candle design. I don't know what it is. I don't really care. I like it. So this one is that's what they call it, the business finish. Now, I have a couple of the older Caminettos, the pre-Ascorti Caminettos. Again, I have only one here. And you may have seen it before if you follow my videos carefully, because it's one of my absolute favorite pipes. So this is an Ascorti. This is a Caminetto, which may have been, which would have been either carved by Mr. Ascorti or Mr. Radice. This is the business finish, and it's just one of my all-time favorite pipes. I mean, I love. You know, most of the times on most pipes, the shank and the stem are pretty flush. And well, I have nothing against that. I tend to prefer ones, I've said this before, where they don't. I love the fact that it's oversized here, and but it goes in there. I like that kind. That's what I really like in pipes. You know, or just to use Yakono for an example. You know, another one, very different here, but same principle. It's just one of my all-time favorite pipes, and for years it was never dedicated to anything. I mean, I had for about 20 years before I ever dedicated it to anything. And when I have some right here, don't I? When GLP came out with, no, it's a little bit out of my reach, Sextant. Yeah, I mean, I really loved that one. Got a little sick of it for a while, but I'm back on it now. I put in this pipe. It was just a match made in heaven, and this has been pretty much dedicated. No, not pretty much. This has been dedicated to Sextant ever since. It just, I mean, despite the fact that I had it for 20 years without any kind of dedication, once I put the Sextant in there, it just worked so well that the idea of putting something else in here now seems alien to me. So this is, we'll call this then, it's a side note to my Ascorti lineup. Okay, well, it's only 12:25. She has lunch until 1, and she may be late, which is perfectly okay with me, except I want my pipe. But anyway, I will go back to my pipe. I hope you're enjoying yours. I am enjoying mine, yeah. Okay, my friends. See you in the funny papers.